Hello, and welcome to today's episode, which deals with the meaning, characteristics, and the difference between a Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum, Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, and a National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. This episode will also make you aware and understand the meaning of the Consumer Protection Act of 1986. The Consumer Protection Act of 1986 provides for better protection of the interests of consumers, and for that purpose to make provision for the establishment of consumer councils and other authorities for the settlement of consumers' disputes and for the matters connected therewith. It will also discuss and describe the Consumer Disputes Redressal Agencies. There shall be established for the purposes of this Act the following agencies, namely: A. A Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum, to be known as the District Forum, established by the state government in each district of the state by notification, provided that the state government may, if it deems fit, establish more than one district forum in a district. B. A Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, to be known as the State Commission, established by the state government in the state by notification. And C. A National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, established by the central government by notification. I am Wafia Kissa. Before we start today's topic, I would like to introduce our subject expert to you all, that is, Dr. Seema Miraj, who specializes in human resource management. Today, we will take a broad overview of the concept of the Consumer Protection Act of 1986. Each district forum shall consist of A. A person who is or has been or is qualified to be a district judge, who shall be its president. B. Two other members, one of whom shall be a woman, who shall have the following qualifications, namely: 1. Be not less than 35 years of age. 2. Possesses a bachelor's degree from a recognized university. 3. Be persons of ability, integrity, and standing, and have adequate knowledge and experience of at least 10 years in dealing with problems relating to economics, law, commerce, accountancy, industry, public affairs, or administration. We shall now discuss the jurisdiction of the District Forum. Subject to the other provisions of this Act, the District Forum shall have jurisdiction to entertain complaints where the value of the goods or services and the compensation, if any, claimed does not exceed Rs 20 lakhs. A complaint shall be instituted in a District Forum within the local limits of whose jurisdiction A. Any of the opposite parties, where there are more than one at the time of institution of the complaint, actually and voluntarily resides or carries on business or has a branch office or personally works for gain, provided that in such a case either the permission of the District Forum is given or the opposite parties who do not reside or carry on business or have a branch office or personally work for gain, as the case may be, comply in such institution. Or B. The cause of action wholly or in part arises. Next, we look into the manner in which complaint shall be made. A complaint in relation to any goods sold or delivered, or agreed to be sold or delivered, or any service provided or agreed to be provided, may be filed with the District Forum. A. The consumer to whom such goods are sold or delivered, or agreed to be sold or delivered, or such service provided or agreed to be provided. B. Any recognized consumer association where the consumer to whom the goods sold or delivered, or agreed to be sold or delivered, or service provided or agreed to be provided, is a member of such association or not. C. One or more consumers, where there are numerous consumers having the same interest, with the permission of the District Forum, on behalf of or on the benefit of all consumers so interested. Or D, the central government or the state government, as the case may be, either in its individual capacity or as a representative of interests of the consumers in general. Let us look at the procedure on the admission of complaint. The district forum shall, on admission of a complaint, if it relates to any goods, A, refer to a copy of the admitted complaint within 21 days from the date of admission to the opposite party mentioned in the complaint, directing him to give his version of the case within a period of 30 days or such extended period not exceeding 15 days as may be granted by the district forum. B. Where the opposite party on receipt of complaint referred to him under clause A denies or disputes the allegations contained in the complaint or omits or fails to take action to represent his case within the time given by the district forum, the district forum shall proceed to settle the consumer dispute in the manner specified in clauses C to G. C. Where the complaint alleges a defect in the goods which cannot be determined without proper analysis or test of the goods, the district forum shall obtain a sample of the goods from the complainant, seal it and authenticate it in the manner prescribed. Then, the next step is finding of the district forum. If, after the proceeding conducted under section 13, the district forum is satisfied that the goods complained against suffer from any of the defects specified in the complaint, or that any of the allegations contained in the complaint about the service are proved, it shall issue an order to the opposite party directing him to do one or more of the following things, namely: A. To remove the defect pointed out by the appropriate laboratory from the goods in question. B. To replace the goods with new goods of similar description which shall be free from any defect. C. To return to the complainant the price, or as the case may be, the charges paid by the complainant. D. To pay such amount as may be awarded by it as compensation to the consumer for any loss or injury suffered by the consumer due to negligence of the opposite party. Any person aggrieved by an order made by the district forum may prefer an appeal against such an order to the State Commission within a period of 30 days from the date of the order, in such form and manner as may be prescribed. Our next topic is composition of the State Commission. Each State Commission shall consist of A. A person who is or has been a judge of a high court, appointed by the state government, who shall be its president, provided that no other appointment under this clause shall be made, except after consultation with the Chief Justice of the High Court. B. The salary or honorarium and other allowances payable to and other terms and conditions of service of the members of the State Commission shall be such as may be prescribed by the state government. Let us look at the jurisdiction of the State Commission. Subject to other provisions of this Act, the State Commission shall have jurisdiction to entertain 1. Complaints where the value of the goods or services and compensation, if any, claimed exceeds 20 lakh rupees but does not exceed 1 crore rupees. 2. Appeals against the orders of any district forum within the state. And 3. To call for the records and pass appropriate orders in any consumer dispute which is pending before or has been decided by any district forum within the state, where it appears to the State Commission that such district forum has exercised a jurisdiction not vested in it by the law, or has failed to exercise a jurisdiction so vested, or has acted in exercise of its jurisdiction illegally or within material irregularity. On the application of the complainant or of its own motion, the State Commission may, at any stage of the proceeding, transfer any complaint pending before the district forum to another district forum within the state if the interest of justice so requires. The State Commission shall ordinarily function in the state capital, but may perform its functions at such other places as the state government may, in consultation with the State Commission, notify in the official gazette from time to time. The provisions of sections 12, 13 and 14 and the rules made there under for the disposal of complaints by the district forum shall, with such modifications as may be necessary, be applicable to the disposal of disputes by the State Commission. Any person aggrieved by an order made by the State Commission in exercise of its powers conferred by subclause 1 of clause A of section 17 may prefer an appeal against such order to the National Commission within a period of 30 days from the date of the order in such form and manner as may be prescribed, provided that the National Commission may entertain an appeal after the expiry of the said period of 30 days if it is satisfied that there was a sufficient cause for not filing it within that period. Our next topic is composition of the National Commission. The National Commission shall consist of a person who is or has been a judge of the Supreme Court to be appointed by the central government, who shall be its president, provided that no appointment under this clause shall be made except after consultation with the Chief Justice of India. B. The salary or honorarium and other allowances payable to and other terms and conditions of services of the members of the National Commission shall be such as may be prescribed by the central government. Let us now look at the jurisdiction of the National Commission. Subject to the other provisions of this Act, the National Commission shall have jurisdiction a. To entertain complaints where value of the goods or services and compensation, if any, claimed exceeds 1 crore rupees, and 2. Appeals against the orders of any state commission. B. To call for the records and pass appropriate orders in any consumer dispute which is pending before or has been decided by any state commission where it appears to the National Commission that such state commission has exercised a jurisdiction not vested in it by the law, or has failed to exercise a jurisdiction so vested, or has acted in the exercise of its jurisdiction illegally or with material irregularity. We shall now discuss the power and procedure applicable to the National Commission. 1. The provisions of the section 12, 13 and 14 under the rules made thereof for the disposal of complaints by the district forum shall, with such modifications as may be considered necessary by the Commission, be applicable to the disposal of disputes by the National Commission. 2. The National Commission shall have the power to review any order made by it, when there is an error apparent on the face of the record. Any person aggrieved by an order made by the National Commission in exercise of its powers conferred by subclause 1 of clause A of section 21 may prefer an appeal against such order of the Supreme Court within a period of 30 days from the date of the order. Every order of a district forum, the State Commission or the National Commission shall, if no appeal has been preferred against such order under the provisions of this Act, be final. One. the District Forum and the State Commission or the National Commission shall not admit a complaint unless it is filed within 2 years from the date on which the cause of action has arisen. 2. Notwithstanding anything contained in the subsection 1, a complaint may be entertained after the period specified in subsection 1. If the complainant satisfied the District Forum, the State Commission or the National Commission, as the case may be, that he had sufficient cause for not filing the complaint within such period, provided that no such complaint shall be entertained unless the National Commission, the State Commission or the District Forum, as the case may be, records its reason for condoning such delay. One. The National Commission shall have administrative control over all the State Commissions in the following matters, namely 1. Calling for periodical return regarding the institution, disposal pendency of cases. 2. Issuance of instructions regarding adoption of uniform procedure in the hearing of matters. 3. Generally overseeing the functioning of State Commissions or the District Forums to ensure that the objects and purposes of the Act are best served without in any way interfering with their quasi-judicial freedom. 2. The State Commission shall have administrative control over all the district fora within its jurisdiction in all matters referred to in subsection 1. One. Where an interim order is made under this Act is not complied with, the District Forum or the State Commission or the National Commission, as the case may be, may order the property of the person not complying with such order to be attached. 2. No attachment made under subsection 1 shall remain in force for more than 3 months, at the end of which, if the non-compliance continues, the property attached may be sold, and out of the proceeds thereof, the District Forum or the State Commission or the National Commission may award such damages as it thinks to be fit to the complainant, and shall pay the balance, if any, to the party entitled thereto. Where a complaint instituted before the District Forum, the State Commission, or as the case may be, the National Commission, is found to be frivolous or vexatious, it shall, for reasons to be recorded in writing, dismiss the complaint and make an order that the complainant shall pay the opposite party such cost, not exceeding 10,000 rupees, as may be specified in the order. Where a trader or a person against whom a complaint is made or a complainant fails or omits to comply with any order made by the District Forum, the State Commission or the National Commission, as the case may be, such trader or person or complainant shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 1 month, but which may exceed 3 years, or with fine which shall not be less than 2,000 rupees, but which may exceed to 10,000 rupees, or with both. Let us quickly summarize what we have learned today. We have discussed the meaning, characteristics, and the difference between a Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum, Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, and a National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. We also discussed the meaning of the Consumer Protection Act of 1986. We have learnt that the Consumer Disputes Redressal Forum is known as the District Forum, which is established by the state government in each district of the state by notification, provided that the state government may, if it deems fit, establish more than one district forum in a district. A Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission, to be known as the State Commission, which is to be established by the state government in the state by notification, and a National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission established by the central government by notification. We have also discussed composition, jurisdiction and procedures regarding consumer dispute redressal. That is all for today. Hope you have understood the various concepts included in the Consumer Protection Act of 1986. We will see you with another topic of business regulatory framework. Till then, take care. Goodbye.